Hello, this time on Skillsfile we're going to be creating an internal verifier and an assessor logged in as a super user to do so. So you put in your username and password. The username is your surname initial and the number you've been given, and then your password, and sign in. And then you need to go up to the tool there and users. Now, because this is a test center, I have an extra step here, but you would go straight into your center name here. You'll notice it also says add user here. You only add a user here if it's going to be an administrator or super user. As we're adding an assessor and verifier, you would click the name of your center and you'll see here the different areas: assessor, IQA, learner, and there's a folder there for completed learners. So as we're going to be adding an IQA, you go to add user and confirm that by selecting it again and click continue. Then select their title. Create a password. I would usually suggest that you use ABC123, as this then prompts the system to ask them to change it the first time they log in. And you just need to select the various parts, enter their address and their phone number. And please don't leave a gap in between the phone number details. It's all one continuous number, and an email address, and then their details. Now this part is crucial, as it needs to know that they are qualified, and if they're not qualified, it will then ask you who's going to be their secondary IQA to check their work. Now the key thing there is that you need to put in what qualification they have and when they achieved it. And then here is where you select what permissions you're giving them on the system. So naturally, as an IV, you're going to give IV role. If they're going to be an assessor as well, please don't tick the assessor option, as when they log in, the system won't know whether to show them their assessors as they're an IV or their learners an assessor. So it will just error the system. After you've completed the IQA process, I will show you how you do the assessor. So you need to create a separate login for them, but they can still use the same password, but it will give them a slightly different username. So if this one works out to be Adams P1 for their IV, for their assessor it could be Adams P2. You can also give them any additional permissions you want on the system by selecting the various options. When you're completed, you click Save, and it's actually prompted me that it's asking me to put in put in the options there. It's because I selected working towards there instead of awarded. It was actually prompting me to select who, as I mentioned, who is going to be secondary verify their work. Now it's accepted that. You'll notice there it's created their username. So it's Peters J03. You then just click OK. And you'll notice under the IQA option where you click Users, it now has John Peters that we just created. You then need to go back into that, and you do that by clicking Edit under his name or her name. Scroll down, and you'll see now there's an option to select what qualifications they can deliver. Now that doesn't appear until after you've created them and saved them. You click Qualifications, and then you can search for the relevant qualifications you want them to verify. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to select all, as it's a test version, and just click Save. So you would tick the ones you want, click Save. You then click OK, and it's now updating the system to link all those qualifications to your IQA. So if you want to now do the same and create an assessor, it's the same process, but there is a slight difference, which I'll show you. So you click the name of the centre, and under Assessor, add User. Select Assessor Trainer, and it's the same process. Only this time it's asking you who's going to be the verifier. And what we'll do is the one we just created, John Peters, and select that. That's why it's always important the verifiers are created prior to the assessors. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to allocate the IV to the assessor. And then scroll down, and as before, enter their details. ABC123, date of birth, their status, fully qualified, working presenter, ordered, registered. Now, if the assessor was working towards, you'd be able to select the option as to, but that's greyed out at the moment because I've said they're awarded. If I said working towards, then it gives you the option to select who's going to be secondary assessing their work. Again, as previously, you need to enter what qualification they have and the date they achieved it. Select the assessor trainer role. Now, often other centres, they would also give the assessor, depend again on your centre strategy, but they may also give the option that they can edit the candidate details, in the sense of they may say to their assessor when they see them that they've changed their phone number or they've moved. So rather than the office having to do it, the assessor can do that while he's there. Or they may even have changed employer, so you can edit the organisation or someone who's the contact at the centre. So those are the options ticked, and then click Save. And again there, you've got their login details. Click OK. And under Assessors, Users, you'll notice Craig Kemp is now there. As per the IV, you need to go in and select the units that he can deliver. You'll see there's the Qualifications tab. Again, for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to select all and save. It's then linked the assessor to those qualifications, and they are both now created on the system. Thank you.